Hey guys, so I was watching this podcast. There's two women, young women, talking in general about a lot of things, but what caught my attention was a subject that they discussed about feminism. I'm so tired of these women talking about feminism and advocating for something that it's literally making their life worse. First of all, I'm gonna give you the definition of feminism. I got it from ChatGPT. This is like the basic definition and the definition that everyone knows it. Feminism is the belief in and advocacy for gender equality, particularly focusing on addressing and challenging the social, political, and economic inequalities faced by women. It seeks to dismantle system of patriarchy and sexism that disadvantage women and other marginalized genders while promoting equal rights, opportunities, and treatment for all individuals, regardless of gender. Let's start with the first sentence that says feminism is a belief in and advocacy for gender equality. Gender equality, what do you mean? Like women and men are equal? Because no, they are not. Women and men, they cannot be gender equal because of their emotional and because of their physical appearance. It's logic. Even two females cannot be equal. One is strong and one is weaker. Men and women emotionally and physically cannot be equal. But then they say particularly focusing on addressing and challenging the social, political, and economic inequalities. A man and a woman cannot be social equal. Women, they are socially made different. They cannot be social similar, the man and the woman. Women, they like to socialize different. Men, they like to socialize in a different way. And that's very clear. It's logic. Society perceives women in a different way and men in a different way. And that's how it's normal to be. You cannot treat a woman as a man. So that's this simple thing, it makes a lot of sense. What I mean, you cannot treat a woman the way you treat a man. Socially, you cannot. Politically, like, what do you mean politically and economic inequalities? That's also bullshit, because economically, okay, you'll say statistics shows that women are paid less and men more, but it's not true, because some men, they have like such a low salaries in different parts of the world, and women has a very high salary, even in the same country, in the same part of the world. So it's not right. Actually, the statistics that they do, it's all bullshit, because they do it in order to literally approve this feminism movement, and it has nothing to do with reality. It seeks to dismantle system of patriarchy and sexism that advantage women and other marginalized genders. Other marginalized genders, there is no such a thing, because we have only two gender, which is male and female. There is nothing as other genders. Those are just made up bullshit. First of all, patriarchy, it's one of the best thing that can happen, because the father, the man, he has the power to protect the women. He is entitled to protect the woman. Look at what's happening now. The worst thing that can happen is a woman is unprotected by a man or a father or a brother. When the woman is protected by men, she feels safe. Any woman, if you are on the street and there is a man coming to attack you, what would you do? the power of a woman is not the same as the man. Sexism that disadvantage women. Yes, that's true, because women has, also it's coming with patriarchy, because women has no, they don't have this shame of a father, shame of a man in their family, because we women feel ashamed more from the man's side. So if you don't have a father or like a brother or some strong male to tell you, why do you wear these clothes, you can't go like opened outside, you can't go with shorts, you can go with underwear, you can go just with, the bra that covers, and everything else it's like outside. Of course, even women and men, they will look at you as a sex toy, because that's how you look. So why do you make it so much sexism around us? Yes, because you look like hell. You look like a doll from this sex shops. I'm sorry for that, but that's the truth. That's the truth. So if you walk on the streets like that, how do you expect people to treat you? How do you expect people to look at you? If you wear like decent clothing, nobody will tell you anything. Trust me. Nobody will look at you. But look at USA, and even now in Europe, and look at Dubai. Even in Dubai, look at Saudi, what's happening now, how they wearing. They literally wear nothing. And there is girls of 12, 13 years old. These girls, they have no understanding of how the men that are crazy out there can use them, you know. So they feel everything it's fun and right, and they wear anything that they like and show off everything, and then they get trapped into some bad group of people, and then they get abused or anything like this, just because you don't wear the proper clothing. Promoting equal rights, like what? Like what equal rights? Okay, in front of God, we are all equal. We have a soul, but physically on this earth we cannot be equal rights. Like this is like very, it's a word that they want to put everything that's happening in one word, right? And there is so much behind it, so it cannot be. This is like a really bad explanation. Opportunities. Well, like opportunities like what? For work. In the statistics made by the Ministry of Work in Romania, the women are paid higher than the men. And I'm gonna leave some other countries that women are also paid higher than the men. For what? For business? No. Women and men since ages. Women has been an amazing businesswoman. Everything was perfect for them. The opportunities are the same. If there is some parts of the world that overprotect women, it's because they're like, everyone is talking, Afghanistan and Iran, because it's dangerous for them. Women cannot be, it's so dangerous. It's dangerous. Yeah, that's their environment. So the men, what they have to do just to protect their women, right? Because again, I don't want to enter into this, but why it's dangerous. Back in the days, it wasn't dangerous, but they create a danger place in order to create this this feminism movement. I don't know if you understand. It sounds like conspirational. It sounds conspirational, but it's not conspirational. This is a fact. It's a fact that happened in countries like Afghanistan, countries like Iraq, countries like Iran. The women were amazing back in the days before America tried to, save everyone over there. Save. I'm not gonna enter into this. The point is that by nature, women are able to give birth to another human, and men cannot. So how on earth do you want a male and a female to be equal? It doesn't make sense, economic and everything. Of course, because women has to be at home to take care, to nurture the babies, not to send them in the nursery. It's literally the government is growing your kids, and you don't want this. You want your children to get the values that you as a family has, or you as a mother have. You have to implement these values for your children, not the government. Why the mother, she's going to work? Because there is a lot of course, we will not discuss about the particular cases where there is no father and the mother has to go to work. I totally agree with this. But there is a lot of families, mother and father together, they work together, and the mother has to go to work because there is not enough money. Why? The reason is why it's because have a lot of debt to pay, so one person can't pay the debt, so they have to work two to be able to pay the debts that they have made for as well, like something which is wrong. Whether you want a new house because the one you had previously, which was totally fine, it was not good enough for you, or because you like to change your car, because the society, the government, the media, I would say the media, it's pushing you that you have to change your car, you have to change your home, you have to to get a better life, you have to get better clothes. So because of all this, you go and make credit cards, you make loans from the bank, and you don't have enough money anymore to be able as a woman to stay at home, and you're pushed to go to work, and then your kids will be taken care by the government and by social media. And then you see why I'm not able to take care of my kids anymore, even to understand them. The kids, they are pushed stupid ideologies of different genders. Men is supposed to take care of the family and be the man of the home, one who has the power to, and I mean not the power of like physical power, the power, yeah, it can be physical as well actually, to protect the women in his household. And that's totally right. And women has to be careful the way they wear and the way they go outside in the world, because we women has to keep our respect. If you don't respect your body and your morals, then nobody will. Self-respect and self-dignity, and the man becomes a real man and protect his family. That's right. We don't need feminism for that. We've been living in a perfect harmony for thousands of years, and everything was fine. But now they try to create a fight between men and women because they get a lot of money and power from this. Because if the women and men are, in a fight, then women has to go to work and provide for themselves, and that creates more jobs. Kids are thrown in the kindergarten and they literally know how to change their minds. Women and men have to be united. Men has degree, the man has a degree of power given by God in order to protect the women, and women has to acknowledge that and support it. And then women has to be soft, take care of themselves, and has this respect of herself, and then everything will be fine. We don't need feminism movement.